Welcome back. The time right now is 8:11. And just days after powerful storms brought flash flooding and tornado alerts to the region, we are bracing for yet another round today.
Here to prepare us for what's ahead is New York City's Commissioner Farrell. Thank you for joining us. You know, the last storm, it wasn't, it was shocking, it was surprising, but this next storm, it's not supposed to be as bad. How are you preparing?
So we prepare for every storm like it will be bad, right? Because things line up in different places. We're hoping it's not as bad, but we are prepared. So we have all our calls with all our agencies. We have activated the flash flood plan. We have the Downtree Task Force on alert. There could be heavy damaging winds tonight, and all of the agencies will be on an open line with us today, so we can deploy assets as soon as we need to.
Yeah, I mean, we saw situations where cars were stuck on roadways because the water rose so quickly. Is there anything that can actually be done to prevent that from the roads getting flooded so badly?
So as I'm sure you know, all the agencies go out, transportation, environmental protection, sanitation, they'll clear the catch basins, clear any, but you know, the issue is, like you said, when the rain comes in so quickly, any debris that's down there can quickly go there and, you know, clog it up, and then we get the flooding. I mean, I was talking to the DEP commissioner last night. One big thing is if people don't litter, if there's less litter, if there's less debris, you know, when there's alternate side, people, if they, you know, they need to move their cars, we need to be able to get to those spots. And if they're covered, if garbage comes down, if someone's car is there, it's really hard to get in there and clear it. But, you know, we were deploying the NYPD fire department in real time on Saturday to go. There were even some New Yorkers you probably saw who took it upon themselves, angels, who went and cleared that debris, because the water, as soon as it goes up, it'll go back down. It just needs a place to go.
I mean, if it is that kind of situation where we can't do it on our own, can we call 311?
Everybody, yes, 100%. Okay. And we want everyone to be safe. You know, in the middle of the storm, like you said, it can be a little treacherous. We will send, you know, cars, trucks out there as soon as possible. So always, if it's life-threatening, there were, you know, at least 1 or 2 rescues on Saturday. Always call 911. But if you see a clogged catch basin or something, you know, call 311. It'll get routed to us. The elected officials will send us, you know, they know their neighborhoods. They were sending us information. And, you know, we also go on social media. We see the reports you send. So we will take all that information and get people there as quickly as possible to rectify it.
Speaking about rescues, over the weekend, there was actually people who had to be rescued from a basement apartment. In a situation like this, why is it so important for people to get out of these basements if they sense even the slightest chance of flash flooding?
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, basements, they're below ground, right? It's a different situation, so it can be a little harder to get out. And if the water is pushing on that door, you know, if you can't get out, that's a very scary and serious situation. So, you know, on Saturday, we saw flash flood warnings. A wireless emergency alert was issued for parts of Brooklyn and Queens. As soon as people see that, you know, get to that area, they need to go up. You know, hopefully you can go to your landlord or whoever is upstairs, or get out. You know, it's we're not activated for cooling centers now, but all those spots, the libraries, all those places are open today. So people really need to have a plan if you live below grade of where you're going to go until the storm passes.
You know, and that's the thing, though. Some folks aren't even aware of these flash flood warnings because they're not connected to what the city is sending out when they're sending out these warnings. But there is a way that you can stay connected. Can you talk about that?
For sure. So Notify NYC is, you know, the best way to get city information. You can text Notify NYC to 692-692. It's available in 13 languages, and we already have sent many warnings, including about basement apartments for this storm. But if people aren't signed up for Notify NYC, like I said, the Weather Service or Emergency Management will, if it's serious enough, send out the wireless emergency alerts. Those go to everyone's phone, but that's really in the moment. It's much better, like you said, to sign up for the alerts, you know, and make sure that you know what's coming so you can prepare and stay safe.
Yeah, and real quickly before we let you go, it's not just about rain. We could be getting heavy wind. Any kind of a warning or words of recommendation to the folks living here in the city, especially on high rises?
Yeah. So, you know, within the high rises, you know, always follow the instructions that your building management, that people put out. When we see these high winds, what we're really concerned about is down trees. Yeah. You know, we've already had a couple storms this year where a decent amount of trees came down. And so we do have the Downtree Task Force on alert. Parks has been getting out there. You know, they had crews out Saturday night. ever earlier to address that. And then PD and fire, they also go out and do life safety if there are trees that come down on roads or buildings, things like that. We also work closely with Con Ed, other utilities, because we know when the trees come down, they can come on the power lines. That starts to escalate that. So all of that is coordinated through us. We'll be there all day, all night tonight to make sure that we get the city back to where it needs to be.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, stay safe. You too, and grab a cup of coffee. You're going to have a long night.
Yes, ma'am.